Hello friends, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to see some of the very basic functions and very useful functions in MS Excel. And also in addition to that, we are going to see about the data validation part and also the slicer. Okay, so now let's go to this functions. So functions are nothing but, so these are some predefined functions or predefined formulas which are in the Excel. Uh, so there are many different number of functions available in Excel. So now here we are going to see about 10 very basic and most repeated and most useful formulas in our day-to-day activities. So first one is, so here I'm having a table, so which contains a list of countries, resort name, number of days. So it's just like this table denotes the tour plan. Okay, so that means this country Australia. See, the country called Australia. In that, the resort name is called Grand Barrier Reef, Great Barrier Reef, and so the number of days is 32. So here we can travel by plane, and they have given the cost and this holiday ID. Okay, so I am having some data in this table. So now what I want is, see this first one. I want to find the highest price. Okay, so highest price is, so the function for this one is max, max. Okay, so max of this price. Okay, so I have selected everything. So this function will give me the what is the maximum value in the selected range. Okay, next one is lowest value. So the function to find the lowest value is min. So that is equal to min. Then we have to open the bracket, and I'm going to select the range. So now this will give the lowest value among the selected prices. Okay, see, I think nearly I'm having 28 values. In this 28 values, 1259 is the highest value, and 12 is the lowest value. Okay, then I have to find the total cost or sum of all the cost. Okay, so to find the total, the function is sum, sum. Now I'm just going to select the range. So this function will give me the total value. Okay. Next one, average. So here the thing is, to find average, the function is we have to type the full average. Okay, it's not avg. So equal to average. Okay, average of all the things. So I'm just selecting the range. So if see 388 is the average. Okay, so this is the list. If we select also in the bottom, we will get the values. See, for the Excel itself will give the average is 388. So count is there are 28 distinct items or 28 items there. Then the total value of them is 10,868. Okay, so now there are these things. Okay, see here, what is the thing we want to find? Total cost of France packages. Okay, so now I want to find the total cost for the country France. Okay, so basically what everyone will do. So this is the so this is where the France is there. So I want to add all these four things. Okay, so I can see that the sum is 1625. Sorry, just a minute. Okay, so the total, I think this is an error. So I want to find the total cost of France packages. So the function for this is equal to, so there is a condition, right? So I want to find the total, and there is a condition given for me, and there is only one condition. So the function for this is sum if. Okay, now see, they are asking the two things, range and criteria and then some range. Okay, so first there is two ranges given in this. Okay, first there is a range, then comma, then there is a criteria. At the last they are saying the sum range. The first range denotes, so what is the condition, and the condition in which range I want to search that condition. Okay, now the condition is France packages. So the condition is France. Okay, now where the France is there? It is in the country. Okay, so I am selecting the whole country list. So that is my criteria range. Okay, next comma. So what is the criteria? In the selected range, I want only the France country. Okay, so France is a text variable. So whatever the criteria, it should come under double quotation only. So quotation France, France. Okay. So the criteria which we are entering now. So this should be as such as what is there in the table. Okay. So here France. So there should not be any spelling mistake in while entering the criteria. Then comma. What is the third one? That is sum range. Okay. The sum range is what is the thing that I want. So I want the total cost of France packages. So that means at the last I have to select the prices. Close the bracket and we will get 1625. Okay. Yes. See, 1625. Sum of the France is 1625. Um, why we should know is in this table, all the value for France is given. Like what to say? Next, we can find the value for France. So what if the France, the values are intermingled? Like there will be two France. Then I'm having an England. Then there is another one country, and then there is France. Then one variable, one value is at the last. So at this time, it will be very difficult to count all those things, like manually counting. So by using this function, we can easily arrive at that. So next one, average cost of Spain packages. So here also I want to find the average, but there is a condition given for me. So the function is average if. Okay, now same, the first range denotes what is the criteria, that criteria like what to say, so that is the criteria range. Okay, so here Spain is the criteria. So where will that range will be there? Here. Next comma, what is the criteria? It's Spain, Spain, comma, what is the average range? So average range is this price column, right? Enter. Okay, so 260 261.625 is the answer. Next one, total cost of France packages by train. See here, what I want to find is I want to find the total cost, but I am having two criteria, right, or two conditions. So the formula is sum ifs. Okay, so when only one condition is given, so we are using sum if. So when one or more condition is given, we are going to use sum ifs. Okay, equal to SUMIF. Yes. Okay. So see, you can find two formulas: sum if and sum ifs. Okay. Sum if can be used when only one criteria is given. Sum ifs is used when more than one criteria is given. Okay. So I am using sum ifs now. So what is the first one we have to enter is sum range. Okay, so what is the thing that I want to add? That is total cost, that means price column. Okay, then comma. So now what they are saying is, what is criteria 1 range followed by criteria 1, then criteria 2 range followed by criteria 2. Okay, so first one, so what is the first criteria? It should be France. The second criteria is the travel should be by train. Okay, so first I am entering the first criteria, that is France. So where will I find the first criteria range? So it is the country. So what is the first criteria? France. France. Then comma. Next one, criteria 2 range. Okay, what is my second criteria? It should be train. Okay, so train is found in this travel method. Okay, so yes, This is the criteria 2 range. What is my criteria 2? It is train. Okay, so this is the formula. If I enter, I'll get the answer. Okay, so total cost of France packages by train is 650. Okay, so you can also see this, you can add this also. In France only three values are there by train. See, the sum is 650. They are also asking this only. Total cost of France packages by train. So only three things are there: 269, 125, and 256. If we add all these things, we will get 260. Okay. This question is average cost of Spain packages by plane. Okay. So here also I want to find the average, but there are two conditions given. Okay. So the same formula we are going to use, average ifs. Sorry, equal to average ifs. Okay, so here first I want the average range. So the average, so the price only we are going to take the average, comma. So what is the first criteria? It should be of Spain. So Spain is found in this country column. Criteria one is Spain, comma. So what is my criteria two range? So it should be by plane. So plane is found in this travel method, comma. What is my criteria two? That is plane. PLAN. Yes. So now I get the answer. So average is 289.25. Okay. So now I want this. So the next one is total number of packages. So for total number of packages means, so I want to find how many packages are there totally. That means they are asking the count. Okay, how many counts are there? But see, here we cannot count this country value because see, France itself is coming 5 times. So individually we cannot count this country. And resort name is also somewhat repeating. See, here Barcelona is repeated twice. Seville is repeated twice. So by resort name also we cannot count this. And the number of days is also very distinct. Travel method, there is only three things. Price is also somewhat price is also we can find one or two values same. Only this travel ID is very distinct. Okay, see, travel ID is distinct for all the things. So total number of packages means, so we want to find how many packages are there, equal to count. Okay, so here see, there are two things, count and count A. Okay, so count will like what to say, count will count only the numbers. Okay, it will leave all the alphabet or text values. Count A will count like all the numbers and text value also. See, I am using both the things also. Now I selected a count, then I am selecting this range. See, what is this saying? It is saying 0. Okay, because count will count only pure numbers. Okay, see, if I enter this like if we select for this price column, see what will happen. COUNT. Now we will select this price column. See, it is showing 28 values are there because all the entries in this column, okay, see, all the entries in this column are pure numbers. So it is giving this. Okay, now but I want to count the value of this column F. Okay, so for that the formula is count A. Okay, so count A will count both numbers and text values. What is the range? 28. Okay, now so like we also found one thing called count blank. Okay, so for example, I'm just taking this value out. Okay, see, now there is a empty space here. So as soon as an empty space is found, what had happened? So the value is reduced by 1. Okay, so the thing is count will count only pure numbers. Count A will count only the alphabet series. It will leave, it won't count the blank values. Okay, so there is a thing called count blank. See, count blank. So what is the range? Yeah. So okay. So count blank will count. So how many blank values are there in our selected value? Okay. I just had a wrong understanding. Sorry. So count blank will count how many blank values are there in our column. Okay. We go to next question. Okay. So the next one is total number of packages with the number of days more than 7. Total number of packages with the number of days more than, so it's just a count sum if total number of packages with sorry, total number of packages with the number of days more than 9. So they are asking the packages, right? See, this holiday id is the package, right? Because each package is different. So only this holiday id is very distinct for each thing. Okay, so package in this sense means holiday id. Total number of packages with number of days more than 9. So count if, that is the function. Count if, so what is my range? uh, Range is this holiday id, right? Because these are the packages, comma, number of days more than 9. So sorry, so wait. I made a mistake. See, count if, what is the range? First we want to find the range and the criteria. See, the range is here. See guys, the range what they are mentioning is the criteria range. Okay, in sum and average column, the sum range and average range, they will be they will denote that separately itself. Okay, see, in the function itself we will see the sum range or average range given. For count if, so we are just going to count. Okay, so there is no other thing involved. So the range is this one. And what is the criteria? So the criteria is it's more than 9. So just put greater than 9. Okay, so what I am denoting is what is the question asked first? Total number of packages with the number of days more than 9. So so how many in the number of days, that is in C column, I want to find how many numbers are greater than 9. Okay, so simple. In C column, I'm going to find how many numbers are greater than 9. Okay, so the range is this C column and the criteria is greater than 9. So if I put enter, see, I'm getting the answer. Next one, total number of packages in Spain with the number of days more than 9. So just the same thing here. There are two conditions. Okay, equal to count ifs criteria range 1. Okay, so what is the criteria range 1? So criteria range is Spain. So what is my criteria criteria 1? It is Spain, comma. So what is my criteria range 2? That is number of days more than 9. So days is my criteria 2. So what is the criteria? It should be greater than 9. Greater than 9, close the quotation, enter. That is 4. Okay, so the answer is 4. Next one, average cost of packages whose country name starts with S. Okay, so what is given? I want to find the average cost of packages whose country name starts with S. Okay, so what are the country names that starts with S? So I want to find the average, right? Yes. So here it is average if only. See, country name starts with yes is my condition. Average is the value that I want. Okay, so here we are going to use average if. Okay, equal to average if. So what is the criteria range? So that is country name that is going to be start with yes. Okay, so country is my criteria, comma. So what is the condition they have given? The country name starts with yes. Okay, see this kind of things. One is they will give a certain alphabet, and that should be in the starting place or somewhere in the middle or somewhere in the or at the last. Okay, so only three places are possible. One is like that is the alphabet should be in the starting, or else it should be in the end, or else it can be anywhere in the middle. Okay, so I have given like I have taken the question for three things also. So what we are going to do is, so now the country name starts with yes. So that here what I will put is capital S and then a star. Okay, capital S and then the star means the selected in the selected range, the each values na. So the values first alphabet should be yes. So the star means after yes there can be whatever thing it can be. Okay, so the only condition is it should start with yes, and this star denotes whatever alphabets followed by yes. Okay, now I am posing the quotation. See, yes, star. Just a minute. We didn't put the average range. This is called like in Tamil we say mundri kotta. Okay, so come on, comma average range. So what is the thing that I want average? Sorry guys, the due to internet issue, the video got stuck. So see, we are going to find average cost of packages whose country name starts with yes. So equal the function is average if. So the criteria ranges, that is the country names, comma. So what is the criteria? It should start with yes. So yes followed by star. That means the first alphabet should be yes, and after that it can be whatever thing, comma. So what is the average range? That is price. So it is 303.8. Okay, so now we go to this question. So average of packages whose country name ends with A. So that is equal to average if. So the range is the same. That is the country name, comma. Criteria is ends with A, right? So it means it should be first star and then A. Okay. So star A means the last alphabet should be A, and before that there can be any alphabets and any number of alphabets. But the only condition is the last alphabet will be A. So the condition is star followed by A, comma. So average range. So what is the average range? That is price. So it is 732. Now, so what is the last question? Average of packages whose country name has A in it. So I want to find the average of packages and the country name should have A. So it can be either in the start or in the last, or it can be either anywhere in the middle. Okay, so it is also the function is average if only, equal to average if. So the range is country name, comma. So the criteria is A should be anywhere, right? So the criteria is star A star. Okay, this means A can be anywhere in the alphabet. Okay, comma. What is the average range? So it is 332. Okay, so now this last question. So count of packages having cost more than £100. So simple question, equal to count if cost is more than 100, right? So control shift down, the range is this price, criteria is greater than 100, so it is 25. Okay, so these are the some of the basic functions which is used repeatedly. So in the next video I will bring more functions. Okay, so now there is a thing called, we go to this data validation. Okay, so data validation is a thing which we can find in this, see, in the data tab we will find data validation. Okay, see here we can find this data validation. So what is this data validation is? So here we can see this allow. Okay, if you click on this drop down, it will show any value, whole number, decimal, list, date, time, text length, or custom. Okay, so it means so there is this cell. Okay, so for example, what to say, okay, age, and then here I am saying gender, age, gender, then just a minute. Okay, name. Okay, now see, this is the three things that I want. Okay, so for example, I'm going to like I want the name, age, and gender of a group of students in my class. Okay, so I know that for example, let me take, there are 5 students in the class. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so there are 5 students in the class, and I know that their age will be from for example, it will be from 20 to 25. Okay, so I am very sure the age of my students is from 20 to 25, and their gender is, so they can be only male and female. Okay, now, so what is the thing is, this data validation can be used to restrict the data or the variable entered into a particular cell. Okay, so for example, in this name column, I know that there are only 5 students, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so I am restricting the value which is going to enter in this cell to only 5 options. It can be either be A, B, C, D, or E. Okay, see, for this I am going to use this data validation. Inside this, here you can see this allow. Here it is now any value. Now I am going to change this to list. Okay, here list sources, I am saying A comma B comma C comma D comma E. Okay, or if the A B C D E, if these values are in any cells, we can copy those cell address also here. Okay, if I click OK here, see, now in this in the place of name, a drop boxes will come. Okay, it can be either A, B, C, D, or E. Okay, so just if I am trying to enter a value called H, see, it won't enter. This value doesn't match the data validation restrictions defined for this cell. Okay, so it will be automatically restricted only to this 5 values. Okay, now one person is just trying to enter his name. Okay, for example, let his name be P. Okay, so a new student called P is trying to access this, and he is typing his name and he's entering. Now he will just say that this in this cell he cannot enter his name. Okay, there is few restrictions. Now if I want everyone to know what is the restricted, so like to what values it is restricted, so I can custom this error message also. Okay, see, if I enter a value which is not in the list, means an error value is coming now. So in this error text is coming now. This error text also we can manipulate, or we can custom to our own wish. Okay, so for example, so for the same, I am selecting this cell. I'm going to data validation. See here, there is a thing called error alert. Okay, so error alert means here there are 3 things: stop, warning, or information. So I'm just selecting information. In the title, I am giving values range, or okay, value range. Okay, in the error message, I'm giving a detailed explanation. Okay, so for example, I am saying in this cell only the students A, B, C, D, E can enter their values. Okay. Now I am clicking OK. See, now if a student called A is entering means, sorry, it is also cap sensitive. That is, if it is capital A means it should be capital A only. Okay. A. So now it is entered. So now what if a person called P is coming? See, custom made error is showing. See, value range in the cell only students from A, B, C, D, and E can enter their values. Okay. So if a person called P is trying to enter this value and it is not accepting means, so with this alert, with this custom alert, he can find, oh, this cell is restricted to only this 5%, so we cannot access this. So this is the value for this, or like what to say, this is the option. Okay. Now age. So I know that the age of the students will be from 20 to 25. Okay. So for this data validation, so in this place you can add this whole number. Okay. So the data can be between or equal to or greater than, less than. So there are many options. Okay. So I am using between. So the minimum value will be 20 and the maximum value will be 25. Okay. So the same here I can put 20, 23. It won't show anything. But in the moment if I put 30, it will show error. Okay. So in here also we can custom our error message that only values from 20 to 25 are eligible. Okay. Gender. So gender, there are only two options. Okay. So data validation. So here I am taking text. So it is like, okay. So I will use the source key here. So it is either male or female. Okay. So only these two values will come here, right? So data validation list source. Click on this arrow mark. Okay. The source will be there. Okay. Click OK. Now it will automatically show male, female. Okay. So this is the this is a few operations in data validation. Okay. Next, if you want to clear this like what to say, clear this formula or clear this restriction, so there is an option here itself. Clear all means click OK. So you can type anything here. Okay. It will accept whatever value it will we are typing. Next one is slicer. So there is an option called a slicer in MS Excel. So slicer is more similar to this filter. Okay. So for example, I'm just copying this table. I'm pasting this here. Okay. So I'm making this as a table. Okay. So to apply slicer, we should first make our value as table and there should be a heading. Okay. Now in the table design, we will get to this insert slicer. Okay. So for what are the things you want slicer? So I'm just selecting everything. Country name, resort, number of days, travel method, price. Okay. Number of days is not needed because there will be many number of entries. Holiday ID is also, there are many number of entries. Okay. So if I click here, so I will get this list of slices. Okay. So I'm just arranging it. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Now, so what is the use of slicer is? So here we can say that like here itself, we can select if I want only the value for Australia means, so here itself, if I click Australia, I will get only the value for Australia. Okay. So slicer is here. This is a simplified form of filter. Okay. Here I want the only Australia means it will show the value for Australia. Okay. To clear this, this is the button. Now I want the value for France. So it will show all the values for France. Okay. Now in this France, see, there are 1 2 3 4 5, there are 5 hotels, so I am just 5 resorts, so I am clicking on this Nice. Okay, so in France, in Nice, there is only one entry here. Okay, now I'm canceling this. This travel method, now I want to find, so in France how many persons came through train. Okay, so if I click on this train, I can find the three values. Okay, so the country France will be selected and the travel method train will be selected. Okay, so the slicer is a like what to say, it is a very handy tool to apply filters. Okay, so of course there is an option called shorten filter, like see, here you can find this shorten filter option. So in addition to this, like compared to that, it will be the slicer is very handy and easy to use. Okay, so that's all. So in next video we will come up with more interesting content. Thank you.